You don't know about the accident.
The accident?
Oh, God, David. What's happening to me?
You're dead! I just want you out of my house.
You get out!
Rest in peace.
I'm not leaving. Ask him if there's a spell.
Or a chant.
Electric shock.
Anything to get
my spirit
back into her body.
Whoa, you're totally asking the wrong question, man. One of the most alive spirits I've ever been around. She's not going anywhere.
Lost and lonely, you, just like heaven.
Well, the movie's based on a very successful French novel written by a man named Marc Levy called If Only It Were True. You know, there was just something so touching and charming about the basic premise, about this workaholic woman who, you know, really has her only chance to figure out what life is after she's almost dead.
It would have been so awful if she'd gone through her whole life not knowing what it was all about.
We actually bought it without having read the novel. Neither Walter or I read French, but we were sent a proposal, a kind of outline of the story, and thought that it was charming, a wonderful idea for a book, but maybe even more so for a film.
Our screenwriters, Peter Tolan and Leslie Dixon, who really kind of like took this, you know, took these kind of really juicy concepts and story ideas and flesh it out into, you know, a really interesting, funny screenplay. What makes a romantic comedy work is a good obstacle, and this movie has like one of the best obstacles ever, where she's dead, you know, or so they think.
I am not dead. I think I would know if I was dead.
This movie definitely has some zany hijinks.
Okay, you're gonna need a van. And somebody with no morals. Sort of has a caper aspect to it, sort of a mad caper element at the end that, you know, we have this mystery to solve. Okay, grab a card. You need a blood pressure cuff. And a portable ventilator right there, that yellow thing.
Dave, what the hell are you doing? This isn't a sale, man.
Mark Waters had spent a lot of time, he had lived in San Francisco, so he had a really great idea of how he wanted to shoot the city.
We're working on the script. I kept on saying, okay, this is going to be at Mission Dolores, you know, and this is going to be in North Beach at this cafe, and this is going to be here, and it was something that ended up being really fun because I was able to kind of like revisit all my old stomping grounds in San Francisco at the same time, you know, finding really beautiful locations for the movie.
One of the things Mark had in mind was that San Francisco always has constantly changing weather patterns. So we sort of established this idea of having floating fog, as you would see in San Francisco. That sort of brought this whole heavenly kind of feel to it all and made the entire concept of that work.
I had never spent that much time there, and it was amazing.
Our fake trolley car broke down, and I still wanted to get another take of something, so I was like, just wait to the real one. You know, and we just kind of timed it out and like, okay, go, 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 go. And our actors actually was running across the street in high heels, like trying to dodge the trolley car. It looks very real. It was very good.
This trolley car would come flying over the hill, and we were kind of had to have the timing right or someone was going to get taken out. And Mark thought that was great. It's like, that was awesome. That's great. Print it. Just one of the, you know, one of the dangers of this dangerous job we do.
And action!
Mark Waters is someone whose career Laurie and I have followed really since a small film he did called House of Yes, which couldn't have been more stylish and more intelligent and more engaging. And we had a couple near misses with him over the years on other projects. And I kind of lost track of Mark. And then saw Freaky Friday. What I saw was this like extraordinarily kind of modern, breezy style and this kind of respect for the actors in the work.
He knows exactly what he wants, and he's one of the most prepared people I've ever worked with. You just feel really safe and comfortable, and I think, you know, he's also very funny.
We finally got a draft that we were feeling comfortable with, And we looked about and saw who might be available, and we were very lucky that he was just coming off of Mean Girls, and he was literally, in terms of this incarnation of it, he was the first person we went to.
Yeah, he's really a fine director.
Hand grab is the thing that it feels like it's supposed to be like, if you kind of like come at it a little bit like messily.
He's got a really good, obviously a good sense of comedy.
He knows exactly where the focus of every shot is going for the story emotionally, and he directs in a way that's unlike a lot of directors. He really has the tempo of a movie set in his mind, and I think that one of the reasons why we get along so well or work so well together is that I pick up on what he's trying to do and can then take it that next step and get it on film for him.
I've worked with a lot of great directors, and I have to say my favorite director is Mark Waters. And I'm not saying that because he's my husband. A lot of times we'll come up with the same idea, I'll say, oh, what about this? And he'll say, yeah, I was just thinking that. So we sort of have that psychic telepathy a lot of couples do.
He's very precise. He knows exactly what he wants. He's real. We do a lot of takes, but he's very forgiving and understanding, and he's just a sweetheart.
He doesn't take credit for this, but he's really has a writer's sensibility, and as a result, he's very secure to let moments kind of build and grow. So therefore, when something spontaneous and magical is happening between the actors, he doesn't feel, handcuffed by the script. He can kind of go with it because he has a good sense of control over the script.
What I love about Mark Waters is that he's not so married to the words. Talk to me.
Cut it. You're not alone.
And he just lets you have your own takes and lets you play and lets us add things here and there. It's just so nice and freeing to be able to just kind of be in the moment and say what you want as long as we're kind of in the vicinity. And that's like a joy for any actor.
It's interesting the dynamic in this film where I'm talking to Mark Ruffalo and no one else can hear me, and he has to relay all the information that I give him.
Action!
Take it right up here. If we make it to the elevators, we're home free. I like that aspect of this movie, that idea of being able to hear what people think about you when you're not around, but you're really there listening to them. And that's one of the reasons I took the film. I thought that was such an interesting thing for an actor to have to play.
Often in rehearsals, I would do something where I would put an earwig in Mark's ear and have Reese just feed him his lines offset in a microphone.
And she'll be off somewhere, and she'll just say the lines, so I kind of can play to her a little bit without her being there.
So the actor playing opposite him will kind of just see this guy who's like a little bit distracted and kind of getting cues from somebody else.
It's amazing because I'll be in a scene with 6 other people, and we'll really be responding to her.
The air is escaping out of the lungs into his chest.
Out of his lungs into his chest.
Open his shirt.
Open his shirt.
No, you do it.
I'll do it. You can see them. I mean, it must look it just must look insane, And it's really fun because I get all the nuances of her not being there and her actually being there without her being there.
A couple of times she says something, I look over and I'm like, oh, of course. I don't hear her, I don't see her.
Your friend's really behind me. Ask what I'm doing with my hand. Rock, paper, or scissors?
Rock.
Rock.
He's flipping me off.
Are you flipping her off? You're flipping her off.
I explain what makes somebody a star. I mean, she's really pretty. She's really smart, and she's really charming and funny.
She's such a big star. Hey, you know what? She's in the same boat. She's has to remember her lines. She has to remember what the director just told her. She's just like us. We can. Although I still, freak out when I'm near her.
She's also has this this crackling wit, and really is really sharp. So she's able to kind of pull off these things, these kind of fast-paced romantic comedy dialogue, and really make it snap and crackle like it should.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Scotch.
Don't you dare.
Make it a double.
You don't have to wait. I can start the hangover right now.
It's fun. It's tough, She fights tough. She plays tough, and that's. I like that. She's real. She's like a tomboy that way,
I like to think he's like Spencer Tracy crossed with Cary Grant, because he's kind of, suave and dark and good looking, but he's a little bit rough hewn, and compared to her, who's the kind of like the sleek, beautiful doctor, the two of them at first seem like real opposites beyond the fact that she's a ghost. As things work out, they end up kind of finding that they have a great chemistry together.
I haven't had to work so closely with one actor before, so that's been sort of a different dynamic for both of us, I think. But it's been really good. I think we've had a good time, and I think, the relationship in the movie is really funny and sweet. What'd you say to her?
That I was seeing someone.
Honestly?
Well, I didn't mention that I was the only person who could.
You never feel that Mark Ruffalo's acting. You feel that he's actually just behaving, which of course is the hallmark of great film acting. What I didn't know, and we weren't even really sure of, is was he actually funny?
Look around you. There should be a bright light nearby.
There's a light.
Walk into the light, Elizabeth.
It was the first time I was at the table read, and you hear this absolutely hilarious sense of timing where he kind of like just sits and plays things real, but with this deadpan kind of take, which is just fantastic. Great comic instincts.
And I kind of always knew that I would have fun with Mark. We're so disruptive. We're like the two kids in class who get dragged to the counselor's office, Like, don't encourage them, class.
So, what kind of encounter have you had?
Encounter?
Ectoplasm? Somniferous ether?
John Heater's just like a kind of deadbeat, kind of deadhead kid who works at a weird, a supernatural bookstore. And yet he's kind of saying these really, heavy truisms about mysticism, and giving them spiritual guidance in a very funny way,
Do you believe in this stuff?
Well, you don't. Until you do.
He's extremely subtle as an actor. That's the interesting thing. As big as the performance of Napoleon is, there's a kind of precision to what he does with Daryl, which is really funny.
Look, I have the gift. I didn't ask for it, but I do. And I can sense these things, spirits, whatever you want to call them. While they're hanging around here in the first place, that's their unfinished business.
Donald's a very important character in the movie because Ruffalo's a very isolated character. He's depressed and he's withdrawn from the world, and Donald, as his friend, is the only way to kind of express what he's going through.
He's basically my best friend who's sort of through, the tragedy of losing my wife and kind of the insane place I'm at.
See this? This is the world. Join it. Stop swimming around in your own mind. That is a dangerous neighborhood that you should not go into alone.
I go to him for some sort of guidance when I first start seeing the spirit, and then he becomes my accomplice.
We're really grateful, Jack.
I'm not doing it for you.
Well, then why are you doing it?
Because someday, trust me, I'm gonna need help moving the body, and when that day comes, I don't want to hear any shit from you.
Okay, tea party's over. Time for Wiggly Safari. Yay!
Dina's this great dramatic actress and a really, really funny comedic actor, so she's able to kind of play these things straight, make you really kind of grab your heart when she's talking about her sister. Yet at the same time, when she grabs a cleaver and has to chase, chase Mark Ruffalo out of her house.
Abby, calm down. Just calm down. I'll chop you. I swear I will chop you.
She plays that in a loop at my house, just to keep me in line. And it's like, you aren't home for dinner? I'll chop you. I definitely feel like movies should have their cake and eat it too, and be funny and also have something of some kind of emotional meat to them that makes you feel like you just didn't eat a bunch of candy, and so that in this movie in particular has this quality where at its core it is a love story. It's actually like a beautiful romantic love story that just happens to have a lot of funny stuff in it.
Just like heaven.
Elizabeth, you're so lucky that all you have to worry about is work.
Oh.
You You have a UTI that's progressing into a kidney
Viral
infection.
pneumonia.
Diabetic
Acute
coma.
hypochondria.
Uno problema con sus riñones.
You've been here 26 hours. Go home.
I live here.
Okay, you can't live here because I live here. I am not dead. I think I would know if I was dead.
How is it that I can see her and talk to her when no one else can?
I think if you could ever really touch me, I might wake up from all this.
Just like heaven.
So are you hearing voices or seeing things that aren't quite real to you?
As a matter of fact, yeah. It's just a new actress. I think this movie might break her. Her name is Reese Witherspoon, and she's great.
Dare you say that to me?
Okay, calm down.
Get your hands off of me, you pervert!
Calm down.
This is one of these bizarre situations in casting where I was kind of given a list by DreamWorks, the usual laundry list of like 50 names, and I went through and Mark and Reese were my number ones in each column. And Reese was the more obvious one. She's kind of one of the few women of that caliber who can really play smart and funny at the same time.
You have two realities to choose from. First one being that a woman has come into your life in a very unconventional way, and she happens to need your assistance.
Right.
The second one is that you're an insane person, and you're sitting on a park bench right now talking to yourself. I like the idea, the sort of the center of the film, that it's important to nurture your spirit, that you can be a very successful person, that you can achieve a lot of things in your profession, but it's really important to have a life.
It's been my observation that romantic comedies are kind of, well, they're about several things, but on one level, they're really about the casting of the female part. It's like, there is no Pretty Woman without Julia Roberts, and I don't think there's any Annie Hall without Diane Keaton. And I don't think there would have been a Just Like Heaven without Reese Witherspoon.
There's part of like her southern upbringing, so she's totally unpretentious and unaffected, and it seems immediately kind of accessible.
She has such a lively perkiness for this that it's really perfect casting in a lot of ways, you know. She's feisty. Feisty Reese Witherspoon.
Reese definitely has an old Hollywood feel in this, you know, kind of that mystery that all the Hitchcock women had. She's very blonde, and it's in San Francisco, and it's mysterious, and it's really kind of a throwback to the golden age.
But she's kind of like the Kate Hepburn, and Mark Ruffalo is like Spencer Tracy.
Stop saying that!
Missed. Okay. Okay, that's enough. It's enough. You're just giving me a headache. Ugh. Why are you still here?
Probably halfway through the very long process of developing the script, Laurie and I realized in some ways the real emotional issues of the movie are David's. He has to actually come to grips with the possibility of the spiritual being in his life and then decide to do something about saving her. So once again, there was a need for two kinds of you know, actors. You needed someone who could carry, in a really subtle way, the sadness of this character. You needed someone who was like effortlessly funny, who could kind of play off the absurdity of the situation.
He's going to surprise a lot of people in this, particularly with his physical comedy. I mean, he does some things in this that are like worthy of Jim Carrey.
I don't think, you know, people realize how funny he is. He's really a really funny guy.
What's wrong with him?
It's attention pneumothorax.
I think it's attention pneumothorax.
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 Never mind.
Never mind. Well, I knew I could do comedy, you know, but no one would give me a chance. And so I've always sort of been banging my head against the comic wall. Like at the end of my career, I want to look at it and say I got to do a little bit of everything, you know? She won't accept that she's dead. I told her to walk to the light. She wouldn't do it.
That's because there is no light. God, you're infuriating.
Wait, what's going on?
Blah, 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 blah.
Can't you feel that, man? There's like this cancer-causing ray of spirit hate searing right towards your body.
This kid's got a gift.
He's great. He is great in the movie. He destroys.
I forget it was either Laurie or myself or maybe Mark who just said, well, what about the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite?
Righteous.
I got a copy of the script, read it. I thought it was a pretty tight little script. I figured, hey, I enjoyed Mark's movies, and I thought it'd be great to work with Mark Ruffalo and Reese Witherspoon.
It's kind of funny because he has that voice, which, he was no acting. That's the way John Heder talks.
He was so funny. He came in with all these funny ideas, and he had me laughing the whole time because of all of his, funny 80s references. And to realize, he'd only made a couple of films, but he's very professional, and he's, a real true talent.
Where's your UFO section?
It's back into the left. Ufology. It's not even a real science. So, what kind of encounter have you had?
Look, it wasn't that easy to get this guy to come. It's not like he does this kind of thing either. Do you girls have to do that in here?
I'll admit to something, which probably Mark doesn't know. We met down at a hotel in Santa Monica to do our read-through. We had the cast was there, and that we hadn't cast the role of Reese's sister yet. So this attractive blonde woman read the role, and she just was hilarious.
Abby, I'm completely capable of meeting men on my own.
I know, honey. I just like you to meet one who's not bleeding.
My wife had done the read-through for the movie just as a favor, and I was like, God, she's really good, but there were many other good actresses interested in the part, so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna let her read for it, but I'm not going to make the final casting decision. So I kind of let Walter and Laurie basically decide who was going to cast in the movie, and they decided, we tested the kind of top actresses, and then it was all over. Walter and Laurie said, well, it's obvious your wife is the best, and I was like, okay. It kind of made my life easy at home.
It could have been uncomfortable, but because Mark was so kind of loving and nice, that I just wanted to do my best work because I knew that I would be perfect for the role, and I didn't want to be not counted just because I was his wife. So I wanted to go in there and prove to everyone in the studio and everyone that I was the right choice.
There was just the kind of, natural grasp of the intensity of that character that Dina had, that from the very, first scene she read in the read-through, it certainly convinced Laurie and me that she should play the role.
She's really a very funny actress, but also really good at sort of conveying sort of that real difficult idea and decision about what would you do in this scenario if a loved one was in that kind of situation.
Somehow I can see your sister's spirit. I know it's crazy, but I also can talk to her.
Could you just hold on just a sec? Okay, tea party's over. Time for Wiggly Safari!
If I had to choose, wow, I guess I'd have to go with the midget.
She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. She looks like, the gorgeous Russian model, basically. Yet at the same time, she's this ex stand-up comic who's got this great comedy chops.
Hello, Osama. Communism is so over. Give your people toilet paper.
I play Katrina, who's a very lonely lady who lives a little bit below David in San Francisco. And she's been looking for love in all the wrong places.
She's basically the downstairs neighbor when they're trying to explore what happened to who was Reese Witherspoon's character, and nobody really knows her in an apartment because she was such a workaholic.
But she was totally antisocial,
Okay, maybe we weren't close friends.
Kind of like a cat lady, but without any cats, right?
Okay, I think we're done here.
Ivana was one of the great, wonderful bright spots of that production for me. So she's able to be sexy and funny at the same time. It's very hard to get that combo going. And she did great for me in this movie.
Hey.
Go ahead, be with her. It's what you both want.
No, it isn't.
Are you all right? Do you want to take some kind of medication first? It's cool if you do.
Oh, hey. I took care of Trauma 2 while you were sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping, I was just...
You're welcome.
I played Brett Rushton, who's, I guess, a professional rival of Reese Witherspoon's character.
Ben Shankman's great. It's a small movie. It's really about Reese and Mark's characters, and we kind of pop in, but the stuff we get to do is really fun and meaningful.
When they discover that her body is still alive and being cared for at the hospital where she used to work, and that her former rival now has the job that she had just been given right before the accident, so.
No, sure, of course I can. Dude, did you know I can get a built-in jack for my iPod?
Did you know there's people out there dying? I'm in a coma. Have you noticed?
I know. Sweet.
Yeah, woo! Yeah! I was excited to be out. I know. Friday night.
You can't drink these feelings away, David.
Watch me. So you okay?
Donald's a wonderful actor. It was clear from our read-through that he was, I think, a perfect counterpoint to Ruffalo's character.
I play David's best friend, this guy named Jack Harisky. Like a lot of psychiatrists, probably a little off himself, you know. Kind of physician, heal thyself because you're crazy.
He's like a hard-drinking, you know, womanizing, really fun, funny guy who just so happens to be like a psychotherapist.
Why are you writing this down? This isn't a session.
Hey, that's insulting, okay? I'm your friend Jack here. I'm not charging you. All right, but if this thing rolls into a second hour, we're gonna have to work out some kind of deal. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
There was something great about Donald, who is this like Harvard-educated, really smart writer, director, and actor himself, but is also like a boisterous Irish, you know, Hell's Kitchen kind of guy as well. So it's like he has both those sides to him, and so does the character.
Donald, you know, he brings this great, like, very mercurial, sort of funny, but you know, you still get the sense he could be a professional trickster sort of vibe to him. And it's funny, I think we have a really good rapport immediately.
I'm seeing someone that's not there.
She's emotionally unavailable? Oh, you mean like a hallucination?
Twice in my apartment. A woman.
Attractive?
Not really there, Jack.
Soft and lonely, you, lost and lonely, you, strangers, angels, dancing in the deepest oceans, to see in the water, you're just like a dream, just like a dream.
Do you remember anything, like, dramatic happening to you recently?
Like what?
I don't know, like...
Dying, maybe?
Oh my God!
He's a friend of an old friend. I hear he's really nice. He's a friend of an old friend. I hear he's really nice. This guy to come. Ah! Look. Ah! Friend of an old friend. I hear he's really nice.
What's wrong with the phone?
That's your phone ringing?
Sorry.
No, I'm just happy to see you.
What are you doing? No, it's just like I'm not sticking. What?
What?
Ew! I didn't hit my nose. I look at it. I have an itch by my nose.
Please don't leave me. I wasn't.
His chest. Check and see if it's obstructed.
Bloated?
Bloated!
Should I check and see if it's
I've only
bloated?
said it 400 times.
Why would I check and see? Well, I do. I love you. And they just missed the show. And whatever. Whatever that line is. Come on now, touch me, babe. Can you smell my... Oh. Right.
What is that noise? It's all over. I work here.
You do?
Yeah.
Great.
The receptionist, her name is Amita. It's all coming back to me now. There's Bill. And her name's Karen. It's Mark Waters.
The director, Mark?
Yes. That's Bill and Chris. Oh, that's the guy from DreamWorks. Walter and Lori. And Tony and Greg.
Let's go.
And Eric
Oops,
Potts.
let's-
He likes
let's-
Showtime. Russell Schwessel. And Michael and David.
I'm David.
I know all these people. This is my place.
Just like heaven.
Righteous.
Here it is. You said you love gardens.
What is this place?
I made this place. This is my work. I was a landscape architect. I had my own company for a while.
David, I've been here before.
What do you mean?
I knew this was gonna sound funny, but I dreamed of a place like this. These flowers, everything.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh! David!
You all right?
Oh my God. It's like a painting from here.
That's the idea.
It's so beautiful. Can you believe it? I'm flying!
Nice.
Whoa! I'm flying!
You all right?
I'm flying!
Maybe you gotta come down now. What are you doing? Okay, I got you. Careful, slowly. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So why did that happen?
I don't know. Your garden, it just overwhelmed me, and suddenly I was out of control.
Really? And how's that for you, being out of control?
It's not so bad. Oh, I had no idea, David. What a joy it must be to create a place like this.
Yeah, it was.
Is it going to be again?
Sure.
Promise? Where are you taking me?
It's up near Santa Rosa. Oh no.
What'd you do?
Being pulled over. All right. Okay, all right.
Try to remember the Diamond Lane is for vehicles with 2 or more passengers only.
What are you talking about? There are 2. Never mind. I can't believe it. There's nothing in her eyes. It's like she didn't even know me.
David, you two had never met.
What are you talking about? We were living here together.
Time out, time out. I admit today was weird. But I think it's time that we entertain the thought that the only place she was living was right here.
Then how do I know so much about her? No. Don't tell me that I'm making this up.
Look, you wouldn't believe what the human mind is capable of inventing.
Why
And you have a brilliantly creative mind. I've seen it work.
Why would I do that? Why would I make this up?
Because you needed her. To help you get over Laura.
Oh, it worked. If what you're saying is true, then I should be committed.
Have you ever tried to commit anybody? I mean, you can't imagine the paperwork. Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if her family tried to file a restraining order against you. You've got to get out of this apartment. Dave, man, this is an unhealthy trigger for you. Just come crash with me for a while.
I can't even begin to think that all of that wasn't real. It's unimaginable.
Dave, hey. She's not here now, is she?
No, she's not here now.
God, you're infuriating. Alcohol consumption and
Shut the hell up.
opium addict. You're not a well man.
Spiral meningitis.
I'm gonna steal your body. Don't you dare.
Okay, who needs it?
That's disgusting. Yeah.
Primero respondieron la pregunta: ¿qué hacen las gallinas cuando nadie las ve? Ahora Ahora los creadores de Pollitos en Fuga regresan con la pareja que lo empezó todo, Wallace y Gromit.
Gromit, amigo, necesito ayuda.
Uno es inventor,
Solo es una alteración cerebral inofensiva, es todo.
que jamás se rinde.
Activa succión.
El otro es su perro, que nunca dice nada. Han hecho artefactos. Han hecho artificios. Y han hecho una película. De DreamWorks y Artman Studios, prepárate para ver acción, suspenso, misterio y verduras.
Tengo un terrible problema con los conejos.
Que alguien me explique cómo van a atrapar a un conejo tan grande. Oh, por favor, Gromit, un poco más atrayente.
Wallace y Gromit, la batalla de los vegetales.
Netherfield Park is let at last. Have you heard who has taken it?
I have.
Is he amiable?
Is he handsome?
He's single!
I believe so.
He's in! Oh my goodness! Everybody behave naturally!
Mr. Collins at your service.
The Bennett sisters were looking for husbands.
Which are only to be obtained through intercourse. Forgive me, through the intercourse.
But Lizzie Bennett wanted more.
Only the deepest love will persuade me into matrimony. Mr. Collins, I cannot accept you. Don't worry, we'll have this little hiccup dealt with immediately.
Headstrong, is she?
That is Mr. Darcy. He looks miserable, poor soul. Miserable he may be, but poor he most certainly is not. I must go and visit him at once.
A Mrs. Bennett, a Miss Bennett, a Miss Bennett, and a Miss Bennett.
Do you dance, Mr. Darcy?
Not if I can help it.
It's very strange.
I do not have the talent of conversing easily with people.
Perhaps you should practice.
May I have the next dance, Miss Elizabeth?
It'd be most inconvenient since I just want to loathe him for all eternity. You may. He's so what? He's so rich. What on earth have you done to poor Mr. Darcy? I have no idea.
Mr. Darcy is engaged to my daughter. Do you think it can be prevented by a young woman of inferior birth?
I've been so blind. He's been a fool. But then so have I.
We are all fools in love.
You were the last man in the world I could ever marry.